the score. It's the Pats and the Cowboys on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That swung out wide to Harris. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also have those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State. They start on the ground with Elliott. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Prescott on 1st down. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Cowboys at 3-4 on the year coming into play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Kendrick Bourne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. This defense for the Patriots, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Patriots. The big fella, 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And out now come the Cowboys. And they were a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott got a man, that's Richie James. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
2nd and 7. Now Prescott. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
And again, it's Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start the drive with Harris. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it, they could have gotten it. But to give their punter a little bit of...
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Left side to Lamb. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Patriots to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On play action, now Brady. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. He's got room at the 30, and he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Now Brady. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Brady. Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Kendrick Bourne with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Piñeiro's extra point up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded right around the 8. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Prescott looks to throw on first. That is caught by Lamb. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. Tolbert hauls in the out route. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. They'll throw again. Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Prescott. Touchdown! Michael Gallup, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing now is Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Brady now on 1st down. Goes right back to Smith again. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 15 yards there for number 15. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Touchdown, Patriots. Tom Brady, his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Patriots are able to add on to their first half lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was capped by the touchdown pass to Nelson Agholor. Fielded right around the 8. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense.
That's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers is interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover him?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He's got him in, complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Prescott toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very... Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
James has got it, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Here's Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. From 17 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Parkey with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear.
And he loses the football a second time, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs work?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, ruling
So
on the
that
field
an
was
overturn. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball. CeeDee Lamb, his intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 36. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Play action now. Prescott. Right back to Tolbert. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Prescott to throw it. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. 2nd down and goal. Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
On play action, now Brady. And this is caught. It's Parker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Brady. He'll find Parker again, complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Room here to run. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play.
Touchdown! The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady.
And the Patriots will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it was Jonnu Smith, the big tight end, who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw taken in by Cook.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Taken down at the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now Brady. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On the give, this is Harris. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll run with Strong. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Ferguson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Prescott. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. Well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Pats at the line ready to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They turn to Harris to begin the drive.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run again with Harris. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. We'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Prescott on 1st down.
And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 1st down, Prescott. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now Parkey for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a give, running left is Harris. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And they take a knee. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.